guys, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and today is Thursday, November 24th. And this is your daily reading. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. I hope for those of you who celebrate the holidays that you are having a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know everybody doesn't celebrate. Oddly enough, I'm not always in the spirit. And there's some years I don't do anything. I just want to kind of chill. Not be bothered. But, this year I was willing. And I'm, more in the spirit than I have been for the holidays than I have been in quite some time now. We'll see what happens when Christmas comes. But I've been cooperative for Thanksgiving, so that's good. So let's go ahead and identify the cards. We have got the 10 of Swords reversed. We've got the 9 of Wands reversed. And we've got the 9 of Cups reversed. So, two things that I see. One is that we've got all of the cards reversed. And that is a suggestion to me that most of us are, most of you are ready to start going inward. You don't want to expend your energy, your thoughts, even your emotion or your feeling. You're just ready to pull it back in. Some of you have, especially for those of you that do celebrate holidays, there's just been a lot of energy expended dealing with other people, family. You may be out shopping, moving around, trying to get things done, picking people up from the airport. You're either going out of town, people are coming in town. So, all of these things you've had to put a lot of extra energy into as you deal with people. And, as we actually make it to the holiday, it's kind of like making it to the finish line in a race. You've been keeping the pace. You've been holding on. You've been sticking it out. And you've been pulling out your reserves. But it's like as soon as you see the finish line, you could just break down and not finish the race. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen today, but it's just odd that for the actual day of Thanksgiving, and I do want to say for right now, I am talking to those who actually are celebrating the holiday. Excuse me. Now that you've gotten to the actual day, you're ready to pull it back in because you've already put out so much. So that's the first thing that I see is the reversal of the cards. And then the next thing I see is we've got 2 9s, which 9s are generally about endings. It's about things that are coming to an end. And we've got a 10. And the 10 is the ending with what I like to think is an immediate renewal of something. So, with the 10 of Swords reverse, for those of you who are, in fact, doing things for the holidays, dealing with a lot of other people, there has been a lot of mental and verbal and intellectual exchange between you and other people, whether it was the butcher at the meat market or whether this is your sister and your brother-in-law who you guys are trying to coordinate things because you're either going to hang out with them or they're coming to you. And so, like I said, there's been a lot of exchange. And I'm feeling like with the 10 of Swords reversed, some of you are just like, oh my gosh, not seeing an end in sight, really wanting to, you're just tired of talking, you're tired of thinking, you're tired of trying to pull all of the information together and get everybody together and think for everybody. You're tired of just all of the mental chaos. You might just be tired of hearing people talking. If you got a house full of people, or if you're in a house full of people and everybody's laughing and talking and having a good time, or maybe they're arguing and talking and having a bad time. But by now, with the Ten of Swords reversed, you you're just like, probably too much. Well, the good news is, with this being a 10, there is going to be quite a quick change. So, if you're feeling mentally bogged down, if you are feeling like there's been too much back and forth, whether there's been too much arguing or just too much mental exchange, that will be coming into an end. You will get a chance to rest your mind, possibly before the day is over. Now, we've moved on to, or moving on to the Nine of Wands. You may be just you're ready to stop doing stuff. You're ready to stop moving around. You're ready to stop interacting. You just want to, go somewhere and chill out. You're tired, probably. And not knowing if you have anything left to give. It is like, if one more person asks me for some cranberry sauce, I am going to scream if I have to get up and go back into the kitchen. And I'm using all of the Thanksgiving references and the holiday references because this is where we are, and I do see it as being very appropriate for the time. So with the Nine of Wands, you feel like things should be done by now. You feel like everything should be in place, but maybe you've got too many loose ends. There's still too many things that you feel like you need to do, and you really don't know if you can get it done. So you may be, almost riddled with anxiety, because you feel like you have so much to do and you don't feel like you can get it done, and now you feel like you are losing your strength, and that you can't power through all of the rest of the things that you need to do for yourself and for anybody else. Maybe it's just become too much, and you are losing your spunk, you're losing your motivation, you're losing your drive, your passion, your desire for whatever is going on today. What could help is if you go back, if you've got a lot of loose ends that you need to wrap up, if you start to wrap those up, you'll see that anxiety start to subside, because you'll start to see accomplishments. So, my suggestion today is to, go back to the Ten of Swords and stop talking to other people, whatever. Stop trying to entertain folks for now, and try to give your mind a break so that it can renew itself, and you can, maybe get a little more physical energy to wrap up some loose ends, and that way you'll start to feel a little bit more refreshed, because right now you don't seem to be able to bring everything to a close. You feel like you can't physically get everything done. Now, with the Nine of Cups reversed, what I see is, okay, whether or not you've gotten everything done, you've gotten enough done to, you have probably decided to eat up a bunch of stuff. You have a few drinks, indulge in the remember when stories with the family. And now you've gotten your fill of everything. You have eaten so much that you feel like a beached whale. You're ready to go somewhere and just not be bothered. You've gotten your fill of everything for today. And I feel like with this Nine of Cups reversed, this is going to talk about, in this situation, a little bit of overindulgence. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. You've been around everybody so long, and you've talked and laughed and drank and you were merry, and now there's just no more room for any of that. So you might be wanting to wrap that up, but for some of you, you may have some guests who just refuse to leave because they are really enjoying the love and the comfort and you know, all of the availabilities, and you were ready to wrap it up and go to bed. You're tired. Okay, I know you love me. We had a great time. Yes, I remember that time when we went down to the movies and we were scared to death because we went to see a scary movie and we had to run home all the way. Yes, I remember. It was beautiful. Great. Get out. That's how I feel like some people are going to start to feel. Now, I do want to address another group of people. I feel like there are those of us who we don't celebrate the holidays for whatever reason. We're not into them. And in this case, what I see is those of us who have lost loved ones, who, you know, we whether that be through uh, the natural passing on of, you know, a soul out of a body, whether that be through intentional or unintentional separation of some type, you know, whether planned or not. You know, I feel like for some of you, you're not in a position where you once were, for whatever reason, to where you can share this time with the people that you love. And therefore, you know, you may be feeling some mental despair and anguish, and you just don't have the energy or the drive or the passion or the desire to, you know, deal with the quote unquote holidays. Some of you may just retreat to an area because you don't participate in the festivities, and you know, you may be feeling a little down, a little sad, not able to fulfill those needs of love and togetherness and compassion maybe as you once had. There may be some of you who never had the opportunity to spend that time with family and loved ones, and that's got you, you know, kind of mentally jacked up and not having the energy, uh, or feeling like you just don't necessarily have the strength to get through the holidays. You know, and for those of you who um, are part of that group or part of that crowd, yeah, I do want to extend my deepest apologies or condolences, or, you know, I want to send love and light and healing out to you. My grandmother's not here anymore, and but you know, I, as a result of us being separated, I'm in Texas and she was in St. Louis, so you know, we hadn't spent a lot of time together around the holidays anyhow. And you know, this is going to be the second Thanksgiving that she is no longer with us. So you know, there's a little bit of me in both of these groups. I still have my family, my own children, uh, my own friends, my own husband, that I'm going to share the holidays with. But you know, I have to think about the fact that my grandmother's not here anymore. And that makes my mother unhappy because she's not able to be around the one that she loves. And it makes my aunts and my uncles and, you know, those who are close to her also unhappy. So there's going to be a part of us that feels like it's missing this year. So I can certainly identify with those of you who just don't have what it takes, or you feel like you don't have what it takes to deal with these holidays. Okay, let's go ahead and put some numbers together. We have got the Ten of Swords. We've got 10, and we've got 9, and we've got 9. So 9 and 9 and 18 is 18, plus 10 is 28. I just really can't get myself together. And 2 plus 8 is 10. Again, we are talking about things that are coming to an ending for an immediate beginning and an immediate renewal. So, you know, this is just a day. At the end of this day, we will be able to bring this day, these feelings, these thoughts, these challenges to an end today. And we have an immediate renewal on tomorrow. And that's the way I see it, guys. So I hope for those of you who do celebrate that you have a wonderful holiday. And for those of you who don't, You know, I hope that you guys can find some peace, joy, and happiness in whatever it is that helps get you through the day. And that's the way I see it. I love you guys. If anybody would like a personal reading, you can certainly contact me at tina@85thhousevibrations.net. And I hope to see you guys again tomorrow.